2023 game and how they lit up the skies that night, even though Carencro came away with the win. Just an unbelievable job by them then through the air. Man, on the ground, they are just killing it tonight.
Yeah, and they have no answer for it so far. They're going to have to start putting more guys in the box to try to slow up this rushing attack of the Broncos. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll announce the homecoming court for 2024, and we'll have second half action right here on your home for Carencro High football, The Real Z 105.9. I'll let Coach Christopher Kovac take the lead.
Well, it was a beautiful night for homecoming at Carencro High, and just an unbelievable group of young ladies representing Carencro High. I mean, these young women represent everything great about Carencro High. They excel in the classroom. They excel in extracurriculars, some of them in sports, some of them as managers or trainers in sports. And phenomenal night. Our second maid tonight was Miss Savannah Dyson. Just a outstanding young lady. Carencro.
Through and through,
all the way. Her mom works at Bob Lilly Elementary. I mean, she's just the core of what Carencro is all about. The first maid, Miss Morgan Rawls, one of my favorite students of all time, Morgan Rawls. I mean, when I tell you smart, this young lady is smart. Big things in her way. She's a captain of the cheerleaders. And the winner, tonight's homecoming queen, Miss Jamani Davis. And I kind of got the feeling, Blaine, at the homecoming pep rally today, they announced all these girls, and when they said Jamani's name, the student section just lit up. It was electric, and it made me think, if I was a betting man, I was going to have to lean toward her, because she just seemed to have all the support. I mean, and not that any of the girls didn't, but it was just a little bit louder when Jamani's name was called. And tonight she got the loudest applause of all, as she is our 2024 Carencro High homecoming court queen.
I hope you got your bet in on DraftKings.
I wish I did. You know I don't bet, because I'm so poor already that I really, if Delta Media would kind of take
caught, and it's going to be brought towards the middle of the field. He makes one man miss, gets back towards the 30 before he's finally dropped. There is a flag on the play back at the 13-yard line of Carencro. Waiting to see what it is. It's going to be a block in the back. So Carencro will be starting this drive with their backs against their own goal line. I think it's also worth noting Antoine Alexander was the kick returner that time for the Carencro Bears.
I wasn't exactly sure.
I was trying to figure out who it was.
I saw a 5 right there, and I thought that it might have been Rontrell Woods, but Antoine Alexander, a guy who has just had to battle through injuries the entire time. But this penalty is absolutely going to just destroy any success that Antoine Alexander had, and it's going to back the Bears up all the way to, looks like the 7, right on the 7-yard line. Not where you want to start the ball when you're already down by 8 points.
24-16 after a half a play, and Carencro's going to have to drive the football the length of the field if they want to get this game closer. Babineau goes under center as he sets the line. He's going to look back towards the line of scrimmage, or look forward to the line of scrimmage, as his back's all the way towards the end zone. Two backs behind him looks to be Jackson and Bayham. He's going to get the snap. He's going to hand it off trying this near sideline is going to be Jackson. He darts back towards the middle of the field. He'll carry it across the 10 and be dropped at the 12-yard line. Great play to start the drive. Looks like he'll gain 5 yards to cut the Sticks in half.
Yeah, it's a really good run by Jackson. Looked like it was going to be stopped a couple yards past the original line of scrimmage and just found a way to jump to the right, jump to the left, sprint through a couple steps.
The jump cut's new for him too, Coach.
Yeah,
I like the look of that.
He is really grown as a running back. I mean, the guy's played multiple positions, getting better and better carrying the ball.
Jackson gets it again, right-hand side once more. This time he's going to carry it across the 15 down to the 17-yard line, and that is the line to gain. That's going to be a Papa Bear first down carry.
I mean, the winning formula right there. Run the ball, get first downs. Run the ball,
Move
get
the
first
sticks.
downs. As long as the sticks are moving, the clock is moving. And, I mean, it's a winning formula for a team that's struggled to kind of find their identity. They've had to shuffle around guys on the offensive line. They've finally found some consistency. Just keep pounding the ball, baby.
This time it's going to be handed off to the left-hand side. Quick hitter to Jackson. Not quite as much running room. He's going to be stacked up at the 20-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play is going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Bears from their own 20.
You know, Sam Houston is such an interesting school where a number of years ago they didn't have the athletes. You know, and we sit here and we look at this group of guys.
They got dudes.
These are as pretty of football players as we've seen all year. They truly have dudes out there.
Babineau's going to hand it off to Bayham, who's going to kind of submarine under the line of scrimmage. He's going to dive forward to the 25-yard line. He's going to set up a 3rd and very manageable 3 yards.
You know, one thing that we're seeing new from Carencro right now, we're seeing offensive assistant Benjamin Gonzalez down on the field. He's at the 30-yard line. He's putting up poster boards every I don't know if it's every play or every so often. Just maybe there's a new twist as this Carencro coaching staff tries to find the answers.
Bayham's going to get it. This time it's a quick hitter along the right-hand side. He's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go with the football. It's going to bring up 4th and 1 for Carencro. They're going to go with that punt look, though, that you never know if they're going to go for it or not, as Babineau serves as the team's punter, and they keep an offensive set on the field. There's going to be 2 receivers to each side. Babineau's going to go into center quickly, and he is going to get him to jump off sides. Carencro's going to gain the Papa Bear first down via the penalty as he did his best Tavion Falk special.
Yeah, that was as good of a Tavion as there ever was right there. He really sold it, and I got to be honest, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. The Bears subbed a whole lot of people on and off the field right there. It looked like a punt. It looked like a shotgun formation. And then Babineau came up, and, boy, he made those Sam Houston guys just bite on that one. 1st and 10, Golden Bears from the 31-yard line.
Babineau back under center. It looked like he was trying to get him again. Might have caught him flinching. No flags are thrown. 2 backs behind him and 2 receivers to the far side. Babineau gets back under center. This time he's going to hand it off to Jackson, right-hand side. Very patient run, waiting for that hole to open up. He's going to finally be stopped just past the 35-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 4 on the play and bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, long, is it a long 4? Yeah, right there. The long 4. I mean, that's the winning combination.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing that this Carencro team has to do. We've said all year, but against Sam Houston, they really have to. They have to keep the Bronco offense off the field.
Babineau in the center. He's going to hand it off. It's going to be Jackson again. This time Jackson's pushing towards the 40, and that's where he'll stop. It's going to be just shy of a first down by a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. What I love about T.J. Jackson, not only the patient running style, the new jump cut to the arsenal, but he always falls forward.
Yeah, he is. When I think of high school backs going forward, you know what I think of? Tommy Banks, 1996 Western Road. But unfortunately, TJ is not 6'3", 215.
Babineau's going to fake the handoff to Jackson. He's going to keep it across the left side. He has Papa Bear first down and more. He's into Bronco territory. He's going to be across the 40 and finally be drugged down out of bounds at the 28-yard line of the Broncos. That's a splash play to move the sticks.
One of the funniest things on that one is we talked about Keaton Saulnier from Sam Houston. He made big contact right there on T.J. Jackson, and then he kind of, you could almost see it. I mean, I wish our listeners at home could see it right now, because I mean, he wrapped him up,
And then you realize, yeah. 32 yards on that Papa Bear first down carry for Seabab, his biggest run of the night thus far. Babineau under center with a receiver to each side, usual suspects behind him. He's going to hand off to Bayham this time across the left side. He finds a little running room, bounces off a would-be tackler, and falls forward across the 25.
Bayham doing a good job of running hard, especially once he gets past the line of scrimmage. He's staying relatively low to the ground. He's not losing any yardage. Poor guy, if he'd only get a little meat, get a little beef on him, get that first step quicker, get a little size on him, man, he could be a formidable running back for Gavin Peters.
It's going to be 2nd and 6 for Carencro as Babineau goes back under center. He's going to hand it off to Bayham, who's going to gain positive yards just behind the right guard. He's going to push all the way across to Papa Bear first down territory as he's going to get over the line to gain at the 18. And that'll be another Papa Bear first down carry.
And you really saw that, I don't want to talk about that team from west down the road, but that sort of kind of rolling start to the Veer game
that
right
one,
there.
Look, you want to call it like it is. I thought they got going a little early that time, Coach.
They were moving a little early.
Babineau under center. He's going to hand it off to Bayham again. Bayham has a little running room that closes quickly down towards the 15-yard line. He's going to gain 3 yards on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd and 7 with 6:32 left to play in this third quarter.
And that's what we were kind of saying early on. We were pointing out that the few procedure penalties had come from the same side, so to speak. And it was no different than that play right there.
Canceled.
Yeah. Yeah, because it wasn't any different right there. And that's all you want. You want consistency from your officiating crew, no matter what they call. You just want them to be consistent. It's a coach's job to adjust, and then the coach's job to make the kids adjust. And
everybody in tight. The receivers are just outflanked to the line. 2 receivers behind him. He's going to hand it off to Bayham. Bayham's going to plunge forward, but not much running room. He's going to get across the 15. He'd be dropped at the 14-yard line. He's going to bring up 3rd and 6 on the play with 5:45 left to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, Saulnier just again right on the spot, on the money for that Sam Houston. Yeah, I mean, he just the kid has an absolute nose for the ball. He is I don't know if he's making his reads from the line or if he's just tracing a back, but whatever it is, the young guy is just getting to the ball quickly and hard every play.
Babineau, this time he's going to fake the handoff and looking to throw it. He has a man open. It's Jackson at the 10. Jackson darts back inside. Jackson puts it into the end zone. It's a Dr. Briscoe chiropractic touchdown, and Carencro inches closer. It's 24-22 with 5:15 left to play in the third quarter.
So the amazing thing right here is Carencro goes back on the board, 22-24. Carencro had been opting with the numbers for the 2-point conversion. Right here, they're literally down to. Do they read the numbers? Do they kick it? What are they going to do?
Is it too early to chase? I think they're going to try to kick the extra point. We haven't seen Matthew Latham attempt a Molasson's Funeral Home PAT yet tonight. He's been so improved, Coach. Better and better each and every week. He'll get his shot at one right here.
Stronger and quicker every week. And, I mean, that's something that the Bears are going to need if they make it to the postseason.
Freshman kicker will get it up, and it is through. The Molasson's Funeral Home PAT makes it 24-23. The Golden Bears trail by 1 with 5:15 left to play in the third quarter. When we come back, defense's turn to come up with a stop right here on your home for Carencro High football, the Real Z 105.9. Awesome job, Sean.
Part of something bigger, something that matters.
Hey, he's on point tonight, dude.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt
How are we
that
doing?
way too. And that's why we
Sounds
do something
good.
about it. We aren't just Army National
know
Guard
if I trust that,
soldiers.
though.
We are normal people just like you.
It is
And
a little bit.
together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit nationalguard.com
much a good
to
splitter
find out
costs?
more.
Sponsored by the Louisiana Army National Guard, aired by the Louisiana Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Like 50 bucks, 100 bucks? Welcome back to the open air. Seized Uncle Mo as they were able to inch closer to the Broncos. It's 23-24 with 5:15 to play in the third. That's just what the doctor ordered, Coach.
It's a solid drive. I mean, I don't know if the illustrious Dr. Hilbin's going to have to answer this for us or not. Did Carencro pass the ball in that possession?
A touchdown.
Just on. I mean, other than that, sorry,
Well,
should have rephrased.
Another thing they did really well is they stayed ahead of down and distance. They never put themselves behind the sticks, and it paid. Sustained drives is something that Coach Kovac mentioned in the pregame. You got you one there. Babineau leads up to the football, puts toe to leather. It's a worm burner squib kick. It's going to go through the hands of a receiver at the 20-yard line. It's going to finally be caught by the return man and brought out to the 24, and that's where he'll go down.
You know, one of the things I love right there, I looked and it was not a scrum. I don't want to say it was a scrum because it was clean and it was right in front of an official. But I saw two guys tangled up, I mean going at it, and they were the last two guys back. So I'm trying to figure out who that is. It was Chance Babineau. It was Chance Babineau mixing it up and getting nasty out there.
Come get it. A couple weeks back, you were crying for him to be more physical. He heard you.
That's my quarterback right there.
You. Stout back in the pistol with Bailey. He's going to get the snap. He's going to hand the football off. Bailey trying the left-hand side of the line. A lot of running room. He's going to get all the way to the numbers across the 40. He's going to be brought out of bounds just shy of the 50-yard line as Bailey continues to be the pop play guy for the Broncos.
Really great job right there of number 4, Gavin Breaux, the junior backup quarterback for Sam Houston. Just really locked on to Brandon Duffy, got Duffy's shoulders turned. He was the one guy who had to contain. He had to set the edge and just couldn't, the freshman just didn't have enough to come back against the big backup quarterback.
Stout gets the football. He's going to hand it off. Again, it's going to be Bailey. This time, Carencro, though, with numbers and with authority. Jacqueline Pop, Roy and company come up with a big stop. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the play to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's been a handful of plays that Sam Houston has been successful running the ball to the right. But for the most part, like the play 2 plays ago, everything has come off of the left hip of Albert Simeon, the big top 100 offensive tackle. And, I mean, if Carencro can limit this side of the field and force everything right, they've got a chance to shut Sam Houston down.
And bring a man across the formation and hand off right behind it. Seems to be their favorite play. It's going to be Bailey who gets it, and he's going to gain 9 on the play, 8 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2 now for the Broncos.
Carencro trying to figure out some things in the secondary right there. Babineau kind of came on for a second, but as Sam Houston will kind of hurry up to the line, it'll be the usual defensive backs out there, Amari Dennison company with Duffy.
They're going to bring a man across the formation, and they're going to fake the handoff and throw it to that motion man. One-on-one, he's going to make a man miss with the stutter step and then push the football out towards the 35-yard line of Carencro. Thought he was going to step out of bounds, but they do have enough yards for that first down.
Right now, you kind of get that feeling, that gut feeling that if Carencro can get a turnover, the tide can change. The tide can change.
24 down by 1 point.
Yeah, I was going to say, right 24-23, they're right there. If they can force a turnover or be lucky enough to have the turnover come to them, it's a different ball game. Or it has a chance to be.
Stout with Bailey, trip receivers to the far side. It's going to be a fake handoff, and it's going to be an RPO option. Stout's going to keep it. Now he's bringing it back towards the middle of the field. He's all the way across the 15. He's going to finally be tackled at the 10. As they had Carencro on roller skates right there, they gave an RPO look after the fake handoff to Bailey, but quick, decisive decision by Stout to get up the field.
Yeah, it's really, really tough, the Sam Houston offense, when you're playing a pure man scheme like Carencro is doing. I mean, you really have to beat your guy. It's one-on-one matchups everywhere. And if one guy gets beat on a one-on-one matchup, it puts you in a bind. That's what's happening on these gash plays.
1st and goal from the 8. 2:40 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Stout looking to throw the football this time. Still looking. Being flushed out of the pocket. They will get the Broncos with holding. He's going to try to throw it back across the middle of the field, and it's going to fall incomplete. They will get holding, though, on the Broncos, as the right tackle had a handful of jersey around the shoulder pad of the Bears.
As you called it, the right tackle. I'm sitting here looking at the left tackle. I'm looking at Albert Simeon, and I'm going, This dude
That's how you draw him
is
up, Coach.
a sophomore,
That's how you
and
draw
he
him up.
looks like, I brought my daughter to the LSU game last week, as you were there as well, and I looked at those guys out there, and I'm looking at this dude and saying,
Same kind of cat.
wait, he's a sophomore?
Same kind of cat.
He looks
SEC
like the
kinda
sophomores at LSU right now. He's a monster.
cat. Same kind of cat. Why are we spotting the football right there? Oh, I'm sorry. They did bring it back. It's going to be at the 18-yard line, so first and goal from the 18. Stout in the pistol, Bailey behind him with an H-back to the right. They're going to bring the H-back across the formation. Slot receiver moved as well. They're going to bring the slot receiver across now, and they're going to throw it to that slot receiver. Brian Amundo flows to the football and was able to come up with a tackle at the 15-yard line. But, boy, that looked like a pre-snap penalty.
Yeah, I sure thought they had some movement right there, but the guys with the stripes are right down there on it, and it must not have looked good enough to them on the field as it looked as good to us up here in the press box. Sam Houston's going to come back to the line quickly.
Second and goal from the 15. 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Stout in a traditional shotgun this time as he looks back towards the sideline. I think they'll retreat to the old faithful pistol formation. Trip receivers to the far side. One receiver in near tight is the brother, Ty Stout. He's going to hand it off, though, and Carencro sending pressure. Lance Hayes, Jacqueline Roy and company able to get to Bailey in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of a couple and bring up third and goal back at the 19.
That was impressive by Carencro right there. Love to see the amount of pressure. And, I mean, it's a do-or-die game. It talked about the fact that it's man-to-man everywhere. There's tripped receivers to the top of the field, which is the wide side for Sam Houston. You kind of got to be leery of a pick route up top, but they go with the running game, and Carencro is there to shut it down for a loss and bring up third down.
It's going to be the same pistol formation with a couple receivers to each side. They're going to be looking to throw the football down the field. It's going to be tipped at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to fall just shy. Brandon Duffy was closing in quickly on that football. I think that was Lance Hayes that got there and maybe tipped the rock.
Yeah, a little hard to tell. I think it was either Hayes or Roy. Not 100% sure because I couldn't see it as well. But I tell you what, that ball was a matter of feet away from Brandon Duffy. And I got to tell you, it might be a different score with 58 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Holder has a knee down at the 25. It's going to be a 35-yard attempt. Snap is good. The kick is up, and it is good and true. The Broncos are able to extend the lead. It's now 27-23 with 53 seconds left to play in the third quarter. When we come back, the Bears will have their chance right here on your home for home of Carencro High football, the Real Z 105.9.
That little swing pass that Brian Mune's tackled.
Yes, I'm fine.
His first tackle of the night.
Honey. Hey,
That's the problem.
tell me about school today.
He's getting swallowed up by that big offensive line.
Can't find the right
Is it good?
words. Music can help them sound it out. Talk
You gonna
to
get
the
some,
kids
Benji?
in your life about their emotional well-being.
You should. Hey, one of those things is only $35. Just let me know. I can send the money.
It wasn't.
Brought to you
I
by
looked
the
at
Ad
them all.
Council and
One of
Pivotal
them that
Ventures.
has 2 outputs
You want to feel
input
important.
is $35.
You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters, something helps
And
change
they're
things. You want to feel like you
they're-
belong. We felt that way too, and that's why we
they
did something
range
about
from
it.
that
We
to
aren't
like
just
80s.
Army
I've
National
seen
Guard
ones for,
soldiers.
like,
We are normal people just like you, and together we can make a difference.
Into action in the open air Crow Dome, and that kick is going to sail into the end zone and carry Brandon Duffy over the goal line for a touchback. So Carencro will send the troops out with the football spotted at the 20.
It's a risky proposition if you're Sam Houston. I like the early approach with the way that they were kicking the ball with the sky squib onside
for you.
thingamajig, but kicking the ball to Duffy is a risky proposition. If you don't get the ball in the end zone, I mean that's kind of taking your life into your own hands. I mean, let's be clear, he's not Kevin Falk, but he is Brandon Duffy. He can get it there, and we've seen him as early as the jamboree take that ball the distance. Can he get the ball in his hands tonight in this fourth quarter and get it the distance?
Carencro's going to bring in everybody tight right now as both receivers are going to be just outside the tackle box. Couple backs behind him, you guessed it. T.J. Jackson and Chris Bayham. Coach Gavin Peters didn't like the call. He's going to burn a timeout right here and reset the troops. We'll stay right here with them. We want to thank our fine sponsors who power this broadcast to you each and every week. Nolan's Lawnmower, Malone Sons Funeral Home, Arsenal Machine Supply, Dr. Briscoe Chiropractic, Local Choice Automotive, Coca-Cola, Louisiana Orthopedic Specialist, Carpet Mills Outlet, and Bearwood Furniture. Thank those fine folks for making this possible each and every week. We also want to thank our fine folks from the AOIT program here at Carencro who are powering a student-run broadcast for you that you can check out on youtube.com at Carencro Bears Network, and also hit us up on the Facebook as well, Carencro Broadcast Network. We're doing big things here at the Crow. Come be a part of it.
You know, it's one of the things, you know, a lot of coaches are scared of the live streaming, but man, the ability for revenue and getting your name out there in front of people is limitless.
Babineau fakes the handoff to Bayham, looking to throw the football deep. He has a couple men wide open. It's going to be caught by Brandon Duffy at the Bronco 35-yard line. That's a Papa Bear first down pitch and catch, and the offense is moving.
So I made one mistake. I said, can the Bears get the ball in Duffy's hand for him to do something
space.
magical in the fourth quarter? I should have said it just in time remaining because there's 42 seconds left on the clock, and the ball was in Duffy's hands for a huge, how long?
50-yard play, I'm told by Mr. Hilvin. Pitch and catch. Bab to Duffy. Babineau going quick, back under center. This time he hands it off to Bayham. Nice push, brings it across the 30-yard line. Going to gain 4, maybe 4.5 yards on the play to bring up 2nd and 6.
Boy, a whole bunch of bodies on the ground right there. Looks like things are starting to get muddied as the game is going on. It's getting a little more physical up front. And
Armion Clark, Carencro center, Carencro guard getting up a little gimpy that time. He's going to stay in the game. They're going to stick with the tight formations. I mean, both receivers right outside the tackle box. And that's it. We've played 3 quarters. Carencro trails 27-23, but they're marching. And when we come back, it'll be time in the fourth quarter to see if the Bears can make the comeback. On your for Carencro High Football, the real Z, 105.9. In the open air Crow Dome. Crow Bears trail 27-23, but have the football inside the 30-yard line of the Broncos to start this fourth quarter. It's going to be 2nd and 6 from the Broncos 29 as Babineau has the troops out on the field. Bayham, Jackson just behind them, and they might have got the Broncos to jump. They were able to pull back, so Carencro's going to reset the play. Again, both wide receivers in really tight. Babineau hands it off. It's going to be Bayham, right-hand side of the line of scrimmage. He's going to gain another 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and a manageable 3.
You know, one of the brutal things, just sitting here watching this at this point, I wish there was 1 minute left to go in the game, and it was Carencro driving right now from that 26-yard line. Say, just punch it in one time, and we've got this. But there's a whole nother fourth quarter to play, buddy.
A lot of ball left to play in this game. Carencro, though, knows how big this one is, and they're getting after it. Babineau in the center. Splits everybody out wide. Fakes the handoff to Bayham. Looking to throw it deep. He's got his tight end across the middle. It's going to be caught at the 15 and go all the way into the end zone. That's Caden Castile streaking across the middle of the field. CBAB has it clicking it in the pass game.
Absolutely. You know, and it was a great series, great play design right there. And, I mean, honestly, Babineau had options all over. The guy immediate to his side was Kaiden Davis. He was the most covered of everybody. Duffy was streaking on a post route, but it was the tight end, Caden
Safest throw,
Castillo,
too.
that was the safest throw and the best decision.
That Dr. Briscoe chiropractic touchdown makes it 29-27 with the Melanson Funeral Home PAT pending.
You need this extra point to go up by 3 right now.
Babineau brings everybody in tight as he awaits the snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the Melanson Funeral Home PAT is good. The freshman kicker, Matthew Latham, puts it through, and your Carencro Bears extend the lead. It's 30-27 with 11:14 left to play in the game.
And I got to tell you, this Carencro side, this home side of the bleachers, has the most energy that I think we felt yet through the entire season. And, I mean, how can you not be? It's been a rough going. It's been a rough sledding. There have been the 1-point losses, and there's the 2-win streak coming in, and you got a Carencro team playing as well as they have all year right now. 194 passing yards for Babineau on the night.
Efficient, too.
Efficiently. I mean, he has moved the ball. His receivers have caught the ball. How many times has Babineau put the ball on the money over the
14,
course?
Coach.
Yeah,
11 of 14
I mean,
tonight, 3 scores through the air for CBAB.
you run the ball effectively. You throw the ball effectively. You capitalize. You eliminate mistakes and penalties,
You know what else?
and you
Coach?
have a chance.
You did it from under center.
And you did it
Drug
from
them
under
in
center.
deep, and then you hit them over the top. Good things happen in the two-back classic. Coach Gavin Peters talked about it with us last night live from Pizzaville, USA for the GP Are You With Me show. We see it put into action tonight. Babineau has the football teed up at the 40. Rugby scrum quickly to the ball. Retreat the troops back. Again, 11:14 left to play in the game. The Bears lead 30-27. First time tonight with the lead, Coach.
Yep, and I got to tell you, I want to see him kick it as deep as possible.
And he will. Listen to you as that football be fielded at the 15. Looking to get it towards the middle. Nope, he'll get it back out towards the hashes. And he'll be drugged down right there. A couple Crow Bears in the vicinity. Believe that was led by number 15, Antoine Alexander.
You know, there's been an interesting shift over in, for our friends over there in Calcasieu Parish, where Sulphur had been a team for years. I mean, and we're going back decades into the 30s and 40s. That was so good, led by, when I first started, Matt Viatar.
Has a great last name.
I mean, he was unreal. Definitely no relation to you, I'm sure.
Went on to be a head coach at McNeese State University.
McNeese, UL Monroe, and is an assistant at UL Lafayette right now.
They're going to go quickly this time as Stout's going to hand it off to, you guessed it, Bailey across the left-hand side of the line of scrimmage. He's going to bring it across the 40 to the 42-yard line of the Broncos. That's going to be good enough for a gain of 8 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 2.
And I believe Coach Viator's family legacy actually goes way back into Sulphur, but it's just a traditional program that just was so good. And I kind of see that now in Sam Houston as Sulphur has kind of fallen off, and Sam Houston looks to be the new dog besides Barb out there in Calcasieu.
They fake the handoff to Bailey underneath. Stout pulls it, then chunks it down to his H-back right there, Koopa Wurzma, as he's able to bring it all the way across the 50, but we might have a flag on the play.
One would hope that would be a Sam Houston flag if you're a Carencro fan, but we're kind of waiting for the call, and Sam Houston guys are saying, what's the deal? And the Carencro guys are saying, what's the deal? And we've got 4 officials huddled together on the 50-yard line. Now the White Hat's going to come out and say it was, guess what, inadvertent.
It's going to be a first down for the Broncos as they get the football down to the 46-yard line of the Bears.
Man.
27 left to play in the fourth quarter.
Man, I hate those. You saw something or you didn't. I'm not a – I mean, I know it happens, and all people are fallible, but golly, as a coach, I hate those. As a fan, I hate those.
Stout back in the pistol, calling for the football. He's going to get it and fake the handoff to Bailey and keep it himself, and he's going to be run down and tackled from behind. Guess who it was? Super senior Jacqueline Roy coming up with a huge play. able to drop him 3, maybe 4 yards in the backfield. They're going to see he's all the way down back at midfield.
And those are the guys that are going to have to step up for this Carencro defense if they're going to come away with the win in this last fourth quarter. There's 9:45 on the clock, and we haven't called Jacalen Roy and Brian Immune's name out enough on defense. If Carencro's going to come through, those two guys are really going to have to step up in the last 9.5 minutes.
2nd and 14 from midfield. They're going to send Bailey out in the motion. Now it's going to be a middle screen, but Carencro did a great job of staying home. Brian Immune reads it perfectly and meets the would-be receiver as soon as the ball got there. It'll be pass incomplete. Bring up 3rd and 14 now from midfield with 9:22 left to play in the ball game.
Really good job by the Carencro defense right there. Everybody stayed at home, played their read. That was as well as you can play a screen. Really showing a great amount of discipline right there. Love to see that.
It is lit in the open-air Crow Dome for this 3rd down play. It's going to be a pistol formation. Familiar look right here for the Broncos, bringing the H-back across the formation. He's going to fake the pitch out to the flats, and he's going to look to run it. He's going to be brought down. Might have got a couple yards on the positive momentum, but Jacalen Pop Roy and company come up with a huge stop to force a 4th down.
Yeah, Caden Castile was a guy that made the first contact. See him kind of looks like he hurt his hand a little bit on that one. He might have got hit by Jacalen Roy right there because Roy came banging in. Caden had the contact and able to bring him down. Brings up 4th and a long 11. The first punt situation of the night for this Carencro High team.
What a series right there for the defense. Duffy is going to come back right now to receive this punt. He's hovering around the 12-yard line. It's going to be a good snap and a high punt. It's going to be good Carencro fortune as it's going to be caught on the sideline by Coach Derek Franchek. And Carencro's going to have great starting field position as it looks to be down at the 37-yard line of the Bears.
That was a wobbler of a punt. I mean, a
lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, it literally traveled a distance of about 23, 24 yards, and it went, as you said, into the arms of Coach Derek Franchek, and he was fired up. I don't know if he's more fired up because he caught the ball or he's more fired up just at the situation. I'm having to go with the situation, but I think deep down he's pretty fired up that he made that catch right there.
If he had dropped it, they would have never let him
down. Because, yeah, they would never would have let him down.
Babineau's going to go under center. 2 tight ends this time, only 1 receiver. Kaiden Davis, top of the screen. 2 backs behind him is going to be Jackson and Bayham. Handed off to Bayham to the left-hand side. Finds a little bit of a crease. He's got the football across the 40, all the way down to the 44-yard line, 43-yard line, but there is a flag on the play, and it was late.
Yeah, I don't know that it wasn't a face mask right there because it sure looked like one, but kind of hard to tell as the tackle was going down right in front of the Carencro sideline. Lots of blue jerseys and gold helmets and gold pants right in front of us. Thankfully, not the full banana outfit again.
Personal foul, face mask on the Broncos. So guess what? The Bears are going to get a 1st down via the penalty and bring this football into Broncos territory.
I don't want to pull a Ben Love. And if Ben Love's listening, yes, I'm calling it. I don't want to pull a Ben Love and say, man, how prolific would it be to get the score right here and to go up 10 points? But, I mean, it's a situation.
I want to milk this clock, Coach.
Right, right.
Why is the football going to be spotted? I need some help on that one. That football's going to be spotted at the 46-yard line. Incidental face mask. Look, even the Stripes are fans of the real Z1059 giving us the scoop over here. Incidental face mask only going to be 5 yards. It still will be a 1st down via the penalty. Chris Bayham's going to get the inside give off the right guard that time. He will push the football just over into Bronco territory. It's going to be 2nd and 7. 2nd and 6, for Carencro.
Yeah, I'll take the 4 versus a 3 right there. It kind of ended up ugly. Bayham hit it hard right there, and then you ended up with just about 16 guys, 8 in white and 8 in blue, just standing up and all kind of just chest bumping right there. It wasn't the prettiest of plays.
Bayham's going to get it again along the right. Nope, Babineau's going to keep it. Fooled me. He's got to get to the outside corner. He puts the ball on the turf, though. and it will fall out of bounds. No harm, no foul. Faked the handoff to Bayham on the inside. He yanked that sucker and tried to get to the corner. Didn't quite get there before putting it on the turf, but they'll say he was down. So it'll be 3rd and a long 4 for the Bears.
Yeah, couldn't really see what exactly happened right there. Really like the call right there. I think it's a great call. I love putting the ball in the hands of Babineau right there, and just a kind of an uncharacteristic. Babineau's not known for giving that ball up.
7:05 and counting. Babineau sets the line. He's going to hand it off to Jackson. Makes a man miss in the backfield. He will get the corner. He's going to go across the 40, across the 30. He'll be finally brought down. There is a flag on the play back at the 39. See where he went out of bounds. I don't think it's going to matter. He did get the first down past the sticks.
Will be a holding.
Will be holding on Carencro. Let's see where the ball's finally spotted. It did happen past the line to gain. Should be a first down, right?
I would have thought. One would have thought, but it doesn't appear to be. Must have been immediate at the line.
It's going to be 3rd and 6 for Carencro.
I like the same play, though.
Football at the 49-yard line of the Broncos. 6:59 left to play in the ball game. Babineau in the center with his backmates behind him. Babineau fakes the handoff. Nope, looking to throw it deep. He's dancing around in the pocket. Nowhere to go. He steps up. Now he's going to let it heave, trying to find Davis, and it's going to be underthrown in really good coverage. Luckily, that wasn't intercepted as it bounces off of a defender at the 18-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and a long 6 for the Bears at the 49-yard line of Sam Houston with 6:50 left to play in the ball game.
Yeah, I think that's a play that works when you're playing PlayStation, and statistics really don't come into it right there. You just gashed them on a play. You got the holding call. I think in high school football, the ideal thing is to come right back behind it and play action off of that right there and either boot or roll from it and give your quarterback a chance, whether it's on his feet